may be thinking, what exactly is environmental sustainability? Well, by the book, it is an environmental condition that remains the same without any reduction or depletion of natural resources with an assumed quality of the surrounding environment for a long period of time. What this means is that 1. It ensures the demands of current needs are met without affecting the needs of future generations, and that 2. That the good quality of the environment will not be disturbed. Here we have the 5 major threats to the environment. Coming up at first place is climate change and global warming, followed by eutrophication, pollution, human population growth expulsion, and finally, deforestation and loss of biodiversity. On to the first threat, climate change. It happens when there is a change in temperature due to the greenhouse effect phenomenon. Essentially, sunlight that is supposed to be reflected into space as infrared rays is absorbed by greenhouse gases, including carbon dioxide, methane, CFC, into the atmosphere on Earth. Human activities also play an imperative role to the increase in concentration of gases, leading to more heat energy trapped. Next, deforestation, loss of biodiversity. Deforestation is the act of clearing a wide area of trees in a large scale. It is the main cause of the loss of biodiversity. It also plays a major factor for the extinction of many species of flora and fauna. Here we have a table comparing the purpose of deforestation as well as the negative impacts of it. After that is eutrophication. It is a process that occurs when the water ecosystem becomes rich with nutrients, resulting in changes to the structure of the ecosystem. On your right is a close representation of the eutrophication process, in which lakes receive various nutrients including phosphorus and nitrogen and sediment from the surrounding watershed. This creates algal blooms, causing a rise in decomposer bacteria, which then leads to an increase in the level of biochemical oxygen demand. Now, on to pollution. There are several forms of pollution, namely air pollution. It is defined as the increase in the pollutant substances such as gases, smoke, dust, and particles, which is caused by the rise of smog and gases by vehicles, industrial activities, and open burning. These gases, such as nitric acid, sulfuric acid, combine with water to form acid rain. And acid rain destroys the environment and reduces plankton population, a staple food for fish. Then we also have thermal pollution, which is defined as the deterioration of water quality due to excessive heat dissipation caused by processes that change the water temperature. A brief explanation of this would be when water used as a cooling agent in industrial activities produce hot water that is then discharged into rivers and lakes. This rise in temperature disrupts biochemical processes, including early hatchery of eggs, drastic growth of algae leading to higher BOD levels and decrease in oxygen content. Another form of pollution, noise pollution, is sounds that disturb and cause detrimental effects to the health of humans and animals. This exposure to high level of noise for a long period of time can cause health problems such as high blood pressure, depression, and headaches. Our final threat, human population growth expulsion, is the increase in total number of humans living in a certain area. It also causes a reduction of natural resources, where cleared forests for infrastructure purposes cause exposure to problems in raw water sources, supply of clean water, and increase in population and diseases. An alternative to counter this is by using water treatment technology, which is used to help curb the issue even though there is an increase in the cost of water. Of course, we can't truly understand an issue without having done any experiment, so now we'll be doing a little project called Global Warming in a Jar to study the effects of greenhouse gases on Earth. In 2 separate jars, baking soda and vinegar is added in one, with the other left empty. A thermometer is then placed in each jar that is left directly under sunlight or any source of light. For every 5 minutes, the temperature is recorded until half an hour has finally passed. In our observation, we'll be able to see that the temperature in the jar containing vinegar and baking soda is distinctly higher than the jar only containing air. So to conclude that experiment, we can tell that the 2 models of Earth's atmosphere are highly simplified representations of very complex systems. This reaction between vinegar and soda that is added is used to produce carbon dioxide. It can be understood that the 2 jars portray the different atmospheres of Earth, with one containing the greenhouse gas and the other just regular air. As a whole, this experiment shows that while sunlight is the cause of the Earth's temperature, carbon dioxide traps more of the heat energy and hence helps to exacerbate it. Before you start having any ideas that we're all going to die, there are still many actions that can be taken in order to improve environmental sustainability. These include using renewable energy, practicing 5R, using environment-friendly transports, and saving water. As a whole, human-induced climate change has contributed to changing patterns of extreme weather across the globe, from longer and hotter heat waves to heavier rains. It is impossible to stop global warming, but we can still reduce and solve this problem. Preventive measures ought to be practiced from now on, otherwise face an irrevocable and inevitable existential threat to both wildlife and mankind.